Stay with your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. What's up? This is Indy Sleepy. Stay with your legs media. I'm going to do my best today to bring you stage one of Pyrenees. A little bit of congested, but hey, let's get over this. So remember, on the way in, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. So let's get on with this. So for Pyrenees, let's first start off with who are the contenders for the this 8-day stage race. I believe it's 8-day stage race, and I'll fix that if I'm wrong. But you have Visma Lisa Bike coming with Jonas Vingegaard. It's weird because Jonas is in the Paris-Nice, but he's got on the red helmet for, like, is it the Giro? What is he wearing the red helmet for? Or is that the Volta? La Volta? I don't know. It's weird. He's wearing this red helmet. I gotta find out more about it. Then for UAE, you have Brendan McNulty, but I'm thinking, I don't know, just thinking Joao Almeida. For Bahrain, Victorious, you got Santiago Butrago looking good. I think he could possibly get a stage. Don't know if he would be able to contest Jonas Vingegaard. We gotta give a mention out to Alaphilippe because he's going to light things up like he did already today. He, you know, Alaphilippe is Alaphilippe. And yeah, Alaphilippe is Alaphilippe, and he's in a race. You know, it's going to be interesting. And someone who's probably going to go unnoticed until he is riding at the front on one of the climbing stages. He's a favorite rider, like he does course, but he's a really good rider. He's actually leading Alpecin the Koenig. Is this Thibaut Del Grasso. So when I saw his name in the lineup, I was like, ooh, you know. So bringing some of the youngins, trying to, you know, I think Alpecin wants to be known more than just a sprint team. So bringing Thibaut Del Grasso, if he could mature into a stage race rider or even a classic rider, but you know, something else. I think they more want him to be a stage race rider rather than a classic rider, because you got better people doing all that already. But it is what it is. Whatever path the man takes, he takes. So we're gonna kick things off. We're gonna join the coverage at 70 kilometers to go. And your sprinters for today from UEA are Juan Milano, little tracker Mads Peterson. Even though this finishes a little quick for Mads Peterson, he prefers the more of the tough, drag him out in the wind, maybe uphill sprints. From Tudor Pro, Alberto Danesi and Fail Alberto. Then you got Alaphilippe, but he's not going to sprint. Excuse me. And then from Arkea BNB, you got Arnaud Dumas. We haven't seen for a while, but you know, it's nice to see him back. From Team Picnic Postal NL, you got Fabio Jackson, and from Sudal Quickstep, the favorite of the day, Tim Merlier. So let's get on with this and see how we're getting on our things. Yeah, so we joined the race with 70 kilometers to go. In the breakaway, we have Samuel Fernandez and Alex Deltri, but you also had Taco Vanderhorn, who's going back to the group because the group is this is like 60K to go, and the group has caught the basically catching the break. And it's weird, like, you know, as a sprinter stage, usually they let the break hang out a little bit longer before they catch the uh the breakaway, but they shut it down like early, like 50 kilometers to go. So you're 50K into the race. Team Ampersand is on the front. Alpecin, Visma, Red Bull, little track, some of the teams controlling the pace just before just before they bring the breakaway back. So just as they bring the breakaway back, things seem like they're settling down. They're about to hit 50K. They just hit 50K. The gap went down to 4 seconds, but then they brought it right back. But then this little section right here, you see they're going through. There's some little furniture there, but there's no people with whistles or flags or anything, no warning. So the pack had to go from 2 lanes to 1 lane without notice. So this caused a little bit of a, delay, not really a crash. So this delayed Ineos rider Mads Peterson, and so Mads Peterson had to wait for a bike, and then the next thing, the Ineos guys were towing not Mads Peterson. I'm so sorry, Magnus Sheffield. So Magnus Sheffield from Ineos. Uh, and here can see the two, like Josh Charlie and Samuel Watson from Ineos dragging back Matt Speed, I mean Magnus Sheffield, and they did get him back into the group. So where we are, we're at 40 kilometers to go, and as you see, the group is still pretty much staying together. It's unorganized because usually when you have the someone who's off the front or a little breakaway up off the front, there's a little bit more. Excuse me. There's a little bit more of a organized effort, but because there's no one off the front, it's just all over the place. So we are at 22 kilometers to go, and there's a KOM coming up pretty soon. So the KOM's at about 19 kilometers, so we're at about 22 kilometers to go, and it's it's getting exciting. So now you see Alaphilippe has come onto the front, and we got Visma Leaserbike trying to counter what Alaphilippe is doing. So Alaphilippe is now Visma is going on the front, and Alaphilippe is still marking his second wheel. And like I said, Alaphilippe is Alaphilippe, and it wouldn't be a race without Alaphilippe. So he's marking the Visma Lisa bike rider, but he's got Matteo Jorgensen on his wheel, on the wheel of Alaphilippe. So basically, the commentators everyone's getting excited, because we love Alaphilippe because he just makes any race exciting. But he's gonna go, and maybe it's just been a while, but we know Alaphilippe can just do some amazing things. And for where he goes from now, I think he just went too early. He should have waited just a little bit longer, and he probably would have had the. So I'm sorry for spoiling it for you, but he would have won the KOM point. But Matteo, he was actually the winner from last year, and Matteo is just sitting on his wheel, and this sort of ignites the whole peloton. This ignites the whole race because everyone is sort of chilling, and then from here, this point on, it's just pure action. So Alaphilippe is done. He's given his everything. But what happens is Matteo goes over, gets the points, and then Alaphilippe comes through in second place to take the so for the KOM point. And here you can see Alexander Christoph. He got dropped after that climb, that really hurt him. So the guys going back to get Alexander, because Alexander is their main sprinter who they're going to be looking for in the sprint. But like I said, after Alaphilippe did that attack, it just ignited everything. It just ignited everything, and things just took off from there. So as you can see, Mateo's off the front, but around comes Navarez, and Navarez was like, let's see if we could keep it going. But they did for a minute. They were getting a little gap because everyone was like, oh, they're not gonna keep going. They'll sprint for the points and they'll come back. Or normally what the riders do. But Navarez kept going, and Mateo's like, oh, he's going. I might as well go with him. He might just pull me away. And at the same time, the group you can see the group is amassing. Like no one's really making the effort to chase just as yet. So that slight bit of indecisiveness, allows them to get a bit of a gap. Then you got the Visma Lisa White guy that was on the front, which was perfect. He's not going to chase. He's just going to let everybody else do whatever. So you got Jonathan Navarez and Matteo Jorgensen. Again, Matteo is really active. It's like the third time he's been on the front going at it, and it's looking like for a second that they might have something. They were really getting active, but it didn't work. It didn't you know like they just got chased back. So basically, it's going to come down to a sprint. Everyone's looking for the sprint. You got 8 kilometers to go, and then we're going to fast forward to 5 kilometers, and then to the last kilometer, and then get into everything. So they're just going back to another small little mishap. Something must have happened. Ryder must have got a flat, so he gave his teammate, Astana, Ryder gave his teammate his bike so that he wouldn't lose any time, so he could stay in contention for the GC. So we're still at about 8 kilometers to go. The tax is still coming left, right, fast and furious, but pretty much every single move is being marked right about now because the sprinter teams are just all in for the sprinters, and it's like, nah, nobody's getting away. No one's doing anything, and everyone's trying to take care of the business. Um, so as we can see, we got the KRBNB, and it looks like FDJ on the front, and not really knowing if they should carry on. So everyone's sort of like you can see everyone's just sort of conceding, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's going to be a sprint finish because it makes no sense that you put in the effort. So this was another late effort with 5 kilometers to go. Tarlins, Skillamos, and Trenton, they all got away like just last minute, like So I'm surprised Meteo is not in this because he's been in every move, but Tarlin's in there again. Tarlin's a big engine, and the thing is, the little track rider wasn't doing anything, which was weird because he was trying to keep it together for Mats Peterson, but Mats Peterson, this is not his day, so he should have just went and rode for it, but he didn't. So into the last kilometer, 1K to go. They're trying to get themselves together. I believe is an Intermarché rider on the front. Can't quite make out who it is. And this is the last left turn. And after this left turn, it's 700 meters to go. And then from this point here, like the lead out sort of breaks down. And what I've noticed is that in most of the races, the lead out doesn't exist anymore. And like because the teams are trying to make the teams balance, so they have someone for the GC, and so yeah, so lead outs are weird. They're not really lead outs of old. So we're gonna come up, and then we're gonna be looking for the like the sprinters who I mentioned, like Merlier, the Mayor, Dionysi, and then see who we get. So, and on the left we get the Merlier coming through to take the win, and in a close second as Arno the Mayor, and in third was Alberto Dionysi. So that's how the day went, and that's how things are panned out. So a really good sprint. Like Merlier is basically in a class of his own, and there's no one that can sprint with him right now. So that was the stage one of Paris Nice. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that sort of breakdown was a bit better. And it was a sprinter stage. There wasn't too much that could be done uh, about Tim Merlier. So, and then the Tim Merlier thing is not gonna like he keeps the jersey for a day or two, but then once like it gets towards the back end of this stage race, because you got the team time trial, the jersey would definitely change there, and then you got some pretty big climbing stages towards the back end of the stage race. So yeah, it's going to get pretty hot. So it's going to be good to see what Jonas could do, how he's climbing, and how the UAE boys are able to deal with Jonas, and if they're able to, not you know finish off of his wheel without losing too much time. So it's being that they're not in the working capacity for Tade, where they just give in to everything before they really get on the climb. They're going to be able to like just sort of mind what's going on, so they'll be around a little bit longer. So we'll see. I think João Almeida is my man. I definitely João Almeida is my man. I know Brandon McNulty is his pick for UAE, but I'm gonna say João Almeida is uh, be probably be the better of the climbers. And then you got Santiago Butrago. I think he's going to do well. He's a fighter. But then the unknown factor is Thibaut Del Grasso, and I'm really really looking forward to seeing what Thibaut could do. So this has been Paris stage one. We look forward to tomorrow stage two, which should be another day for the sprinters. And I hope you enjoy that. Remember, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Initially, we say it with your legs media. Peace. Seven Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.